What's happening, nation? Pure Salvation here, but it's best to call me Trap Master Pure because today I have another trap tutorial for you all. And just so you know, Minecraft's current version is 1.4.5 and mobs are smart. They'll avoid holes and pitfalls and look for the best path to get to you, the player. But don't sweat it because today's trap is called the Melting Pot, and this is a pitfall that mobs will not be able to ignore. Now before I explain how it all works, let's take a look at this trap in action. So let's get some zombies going on over here. Let's bring them over to the trap, and they are going to fall in just perfectly. Let's go down here, and let's hit this button, and let's hit the button again, and bam! Zombies be dead. So now that I've got your curiosity going, let's take a look at how this whole thing works. So if you saw my last trap tutorial, which is the threshold, then you'll know that I'm using the same trapdoor method up here in order to trick the monster AI into thinking that it's safe to walk over this trap or pitfall, and they're gonna fall in. And if you haven't seen my last trap tutorial, which is the threshold, shame. Anyways, the monsters are going to fall into this pit and they can't do anything about it, and we are going to go over to this trapdoor, go down the ladder, and hit this little handy button that's going to spit out some lava from these dispensers, and we hit the button again to retract the lava. The mobs are going to burn to death and they're going to drop their loot, and we're going to hit this lever and close the trapdoors, which is why we have the redstone up above to close the trapdoors with this lever. We're going to open up these fence gates, grab their loot, and come back into the safety of our trap because I like to make all my traps player safe. And interestingly enough, lava doesn't burn these fence gates, which is handy. It's actually possible to replace these two fence gates with wooden doors, though I don't recommend it because some of you who play on hard difficulty, if you have like 5 zombies in here, they'll break down this door very quickly, so instead of running that risk, I like to use fence gates. And since I'm Trap Master Pure and I love you guys so much, this trap is player safe, so if you fall in, no worries, just hit this lever, protect yourself from the outside, enter through the fence gates, close it, reopen the trap, and you're just good to go. So now it's time to build this whole thing. So we're going to start out with a 4x4x4 cube. 4 blocks this way, that way, and down. It's just going to be this giant cube, like this. I have half slabs here to resemble exactly where the pitfall is going to be, in the middle. And from here we're just going to dig in 1 block into each and every single side of this wall except for the top layer. And if you did it right, you should have something that looks kind of like this with like a little upper lip that covers just around the outside. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and build the skeleton of it. So now that we have this, we can go ahead and get some of the technical stuff done, like the redstone. So we'll go over here, and we're going to place redstone all along this sandstone path, like this. And we're going to put a button on this part right here, because this is where we're going to power it, which is why I put half slabs to indicate where the button would go. So that goes there. And we're going to put the lava bucket in each of these dispensers, like that. And if we press the button, boom, got that done. Up on top, we're going to go ahead and surround the outside with some redstone. And we're going to go back down and place a lever right here. And this will allow us to control these trapdoors. And now it's just creating a little hallway and the exit, and I recommend that you create the exit a decent amount of distance away from the trap, because if you had your exit like right here, then the monsters who don't get into the trap and are just waiting outside for you, they will be camping this exit and they're going to kill you. So make sure it's a decent distance away from the trap so you can get out safely. And so once you have your hallway set, now we just gotta place 2 fence gates right here and here. Again, you can use a wooden door if you really want to, though I recommend using a fence gate, especially if you're on hard difficulty. Absolutely use a fence gate. Again, it's personal preference. And now we just gotta place an exit just like that to the side, and boom, the melting pot has been built. Alright, and so some last minute information on this trap. It's effective against zombies, creepers, and skeletons, and the nice thing is you can control the amount of time that the monsters are burning. Again, with the button, you can let it burn them to death and burn the drops at the same time, or you can control the amount of time where they are burned and let them burn to death afterwards and go and pick up their loot, which is what I recommend. Now, I know some of you guys really want a spider trap, so the very next trap tutorial will be a very simple spider trap. The reason why I don't really focus on spiders too much is that they don't have the smart AI and they will walk over anything and kill themselves, so they're not that much of an issue. So that's it. That's the trap tutorial for Melting Pot, and I really hope it was everything you wished for and more. And if it was, it'd be great if you could hit that like button, and that'd just be absolutely fantastic, and it would help me out a bunch and gives me good feedback. However, if this trap just didn't quite cut it for you, that's fine. Go ahead and dislike the video, and hopefully next time I can do a better job for you. Also, if you want to see more trap tutorials, there is a playlist in the description, and you should see it on screen as well. It'll take you to all my traps that I've ever created and featured on YouTube. And if you want to see more than that, I recommend that you subscribe and join the Salvation Nation, and you will be the first to know when I upload a trap video. Anyways, with that said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Alright people, take care.